Hi, twins. My name is Maddie, if you didn't know. I'm doing the episode this week. Me and Lindsey each do an episode and then we do a collab episode. If you're not familiar with the schedule, I'm going to let you know. So this week it's my episode. By the title, you can see we're going to be talking about surface level friendships and soul deep friendships. This topic has been on my mind for quite a long time, and I figure today's the day to kind of get into it. I hope you guys had a great week. It's been a little rough for me, but we're finally recording, getting all of this off my chest. This episode, we're going to talk about green flags, red flags, how friendships evolve, how you build these really deep connections. We're gonna get into it. So the first thing we're gonna get into is we're gonna define both of these friendships. So a surface level friendship, this is your coworker and you sit at the same lunch table, might talk over your last night's pizza, about your day and about that other coworker you don't like. It's kind of left at work. You might send each other TikToks after work. It's really just surface level. You're not really getting into the nitty gritty of your life and your emotions and what's kind of going on in your headspace. Could be at the gym. Somebody you see at the gym, you might high five each other. Could be you see somebody at that one coffee shop and you're going to say hi to them because you know them, but it's really just when you see each other, you're going to say something. If you see them post something, you're going to drop a heart emoji under their post. You're going to comment under their post. You could not tell me how their day's going, how their mom's doing, but you're leaving comments in their DMs or you're leaving comments on their posts. But it's strictly surface level. You're not really getting to know this person. You don't know what's going on with them. You can't say that you know this person. And then with soul friendships, these are people you really connect with, that you're checking up on, they're checking up on you. You really understand them and they really understand you. This is a safe space. If you're going through something or you're excited, you want to tell somebody something, this is a safe space with this person. You can tell them. It's a really deep connection. There's some sort of higher power at work that makes this relationship with them work for you. It's really there to help you build yourself and build them as well. It's just this really safe place where you can really bloom. These are the people you call when you're in the middle of a breakdown and when you're pulled over on the side of the road bawling your eyes out, when you're failing a test, when you're losing somebody in your life, when you're really going through it, when you're depressed, when you're anxious, when you're having these deep feelings. It's this person who really can take it and they can give it back to you. It's not necessarily somebody who's going to be 100% positive all the time. They're real. They're going to give it to you real. They're not like the surface level friendship where they're going to be hyping you up on your post even though your dress is ugly and your eyebrows are ugly. A real friend is going to send it to you and be like, baby, take that post down. Your bra strap is showing. Your fat roll is showing. Your eyebrow, your makeup was a little fucked. Take it down. A real friend is going to really do and know what's best for you. And don't take this for a hater. Somebody who's just hating on you to hate because they're jealous. And that's another thing too with surface level friendships and soul friendships. A real soul friend is not going to compete with you. They're not going to want to compete with you. They're not jealous of you. They're not envious of you. They acknowledge that it's two separate people and you appreciate each other. A surface level friendship, if you're describing how your day went, that you had a really bad day, you failed your test, you're so tired, you had a headache, and you're telling this person, they're going to somehow make it about them and, oh, well, I had 3 headaches today, or my cat died. They're just going to make it about them and make it a one-up game. They're not acknowledging how you feel, and they're not acknowledging your bad days. It has to be our bad days, not your bad day, my bad day. It's ours. We both had a bad day. They're not giving you that space to just be whatever you are. Be anxious, be depressed, be whatever emotion you were feeling in that day. It's always a competitive game, or if I post something, you have to post something, or if I like this song, you have to like this song. That's not a deep connection. That's surface level, and that's really hurting your psyche. It's hurting your other relationships, it's hurting your mental state. It's not good. And another thing with this, I cannot stand when people are in this group of surface level friendship and they act like it's a soul friendship. If you knew me in 2020 and 2019, whenever, when I was in school, and then somebody's asking you, or like they mention me, or you talk about me, oh yeah, I know her, we were friends. Shut up. You don't know me. Respectfully, you don't know me. We weren't cool. We weren't friends. You don't know me. Stop. If we're not talking now and we're not in each other's lives now, fuck off. You don't know me. We don't know each other. People change so often and so much. You can have a whole life turnaround in a month. Respectfully, you have no idea who I am. I don't even know who I was 6 years ago. I've changed so much since then. Everybody changes so much. I have no idea who that person was. And that person has no idea who I am now. So what makes you think that you knowing me 6 years ago, you know who I am now? There's a reason we're not in each other's lives. And with that, both of these relationships, they serve a purpose. A surface level and a soul deep connection, they serve a purpose. Could be just for that lesson you needed to learn, or that time of your life, or that person you talked to kind of get through your workday. It serves some sort of purpose. It's not saying one is good and one is bad. It's just human interaction. You could have the person at the grocery store you see that checks people out and you have a conversation, and it's surface level, but it's good human interaction. It doesn't necessarily have to be negative or good or bad at any point. It's there. It's human. But you have to realize and differentiate which is which to control your energy, save your energy, help yourself, realize what you're giving to these people and how you're going about your daily life. It really just helps you put intention and have clarity with these different aspects and these different relationships. And they can evolve, they can shift. And that's the thing with being a girl and having girl friendships. Things change, things evolve. When you get older, you feel like you have some form of commitment to people because of the time you've known each other. You could have grown up in school and been together this whole time, and you've really drifted or you've changed. People change. If you were friends with them 10 years ago, you're a completely different person now. And a lot of people feel so much guilt for not feeling a deep connection with the other person in what they've turned into. Or maybe they feel the same. They don't feel like they connect with you and the person you've turned into, and that's completely okay. People feel a sense of commitment just because of time. And you get older and you get in your 20s and it's like, well, I've known them for 15 years. I just have to keep it. I have to keep working and keep this connection, and that's not necessarily true. You can respect the time you spent with somebody and reflect on that time and move on. That's normal. It's okay. You can love that version of them and hate who they are now. You can still respect the time you had and the relationship you had and move on. And that plays into allowing people to treat you a certain way because of the time you've known each other. It's not okay to take disrespect and to lower your self-worth or to sacrifice certain parts of yourself because of a time commitment to somebody, because you've just have known them so long and it's just how she is. It's not just how she is or he is or whoever is. It can be how they are, but you don't have to continue to be that friend or to be that level of commitment with somebody. Sometimes things shift. Maybe it's not a soul deep connection anymore. You're in two different places of your life and you have completely different outlooks. And then it can shift into a surface level friendship. Like maybe if you see each other, you might say something, but it's not that deep connection anymore. And that's perfectly okay. It can be a surface level, like you met this person at work and you start hanging out outside of work. And now it's this deep connection. You're calling them every day, and it's a really good thing. It can shift either way, and it can shift at multiple parts in your life. Somebody you haven't talked to in, you know, a year, and then you randomly hit it off again, and now it's this person you call all the time. Things can change like that, and it's okay. You're living, and there's so much to do in the world, and so many people you can interact with. Things just change. For example, with Lindsey, when she moved away, we weren't that close. We were still checking up on each other. And that's, again, with soul deep connections, you would think on the level that it's surface friendship. With soul connections, they understand who you are. They understand how you work. They're okay if you check up, once a month, every once in a while. They're okay with that. There's always that something tugging you guys together, that you understand what they're going through, and you're okay with just a text or a phone call every once in a while. It's not this needy, I need something every day. You know that both of you guys are growing, and you're pursuing these different things, and you give each other that space to grow. And that's the biggest thing with soul connections. You give each other that safe space and that space to do what you need to do. If you feel like you can't do this, or you have to give so much energy, when you're giving your energy to your career or your school, and they don't give you that space to do that, they feel like you're betraying them. If you're, pursuing kids, pursuing a husband, pursuing school, that's not a deep connection. They don't understand you. They don't understand your goals. They're not clicking. But anyways, if you are thinking about these two different friendships and you're kind of reflecting on who you have in your life, one thing you can always ask yourself with these friendships is this person in my life for a season, for a reason, or for life? Is it the season of life you're going through? Is there a specific purpose, a lesson you're learning? Or is this somebody that when you're old and in a rocking chair that you're still going to call them and nag them and catch up? That's the biggest part of growing up and realizing that time doesn't have to be a commitment. It doesn't have to be something that's strapping you down because you've known somebody for a certain length of time. When you turn into adult, you have to be intentional with your friendships. You have to be intentional with how you treat people as well. And you have to also learn that letting go of friendships isn't always drama. It doesn't have to be drama. It's just two people realizing that life is moving in two completely different directions for the both of you. It doesn't have to be, oh my gosh, they don't want to be my friend, I don't want to be their friend. Like very toddler, and she says she doesn't want to go to the movies with me, so I'm not her friend. It doesn't have to be that. You're both adults, or whoever. You're an adult. It can be drama free. It can be just, you respecting them from afar. And just because you don't have that soul connection, it doesn't mean you're not wishing the best for them. You can let somebody go and wish the absolute world for them and wish for them to succeed, no matter how things ended or what they ended on. And it's completely normal for things to end bad and for you to reflect and still wish the best for them in the shadows, in the background. You're still wishing the best for them. And that's life. That's life. That's you being adult and realizing the surface level and the soul deep connection. And it could be, I think I have a soul deep connection with this person, but I'm only surface level to them. That causes a lot of hurt. And that's why you have to learn how to differentiate in your life if it's mutual. I've been in situations where it's a lot of pain because I think this person, it's soul deep. I think it's a safe space. I think we can go to each other with everything. Anything I need, we're there. For life, we're there. And then people will show their true colors, and then you realize that you're only surface level to them. The pain that is associated with that, And the healing you have to do because of all this energy you were giving is astronomical. Astronomical. But if you go through this reflection of who you have in your life and you can save yourself the trouble and just be at peace and respect what it is, respect what it was, and move forward, you're going to help yourself in the long run. It does hurt. It does hurt. And it's okay to be hurt by somebody being or not wanting to be a soul deep or being surface level or vice versa, whatever. It's okay to be hurt. That's human. You're a human being. It's okay to feel these emotions. But you just have to reflect and fix it. Stop giving your energy. We've talked about this in so many episodes, but this is really, it hits home. You can save yourself so much hurt by just reflecting. The next thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about is going to be red flags and green flags. Yeah. So a red flag with somebody is one, you feel like you can't be your true self. You have to put on some sort of face. You can't, if you're having a bad day, you can't show how bad it is. If you're having a good day, you can't show how good it is because they're going to want to have the better day or they're going to want to have the worst day. Another red flag is they go missing when life gets hard. If you really have this soul connection with somebody, they're always going to be there. They're going to put your needs along with theirs. If you're going through something traumatic and they just disappeared, that's not your friend. That's not a soul deep friend. That's strictly surface. They don't care about what you're going through internally, or if you're going through something really serious and they're not checking up on you and they're not there for you, that's a red flag. That's surface level. They're not getting in deep in there and helping you. They're just scratching the surface. Yeah, those are red flags. You might want to look, and that's probably surface level friendship. We're also going to talk about green flags, that these people are your soul people, your soul sister. They randomly check up on you is a sign. They don't beg for your attention. They let you be quiet. That's again another sign of them giving you that safe space. Another green flag is that they celebrate your growth. They celebrate whatever you're going through, your promotion, you got married, you have kids. They're celebrating you. It's not some one-up game. Even though you could be doing a million times better than them, they're happy for you and they're celebrating for you. That's the biggest part. It's this safe space. It's not a competition. And then with females, ladies, we know it's always competitive. Something has to be, she had more likes, or her boyfriend's hotter, or she has a newer car, she has this. It's not that. Those are surface level people. That's gossip. These are soul people that I could be driving a beater and you got a brand new car you've wanted for the past 10 years. I am so happy for you. Doesn't matter what I'm driving. Doesn't matter what I'm going through. It doesn't matter what state I'm in. I am so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. And that's the biggest differentiation with surface level and soul deep. I have this deep soul connection. I don't care what I'm going through. I am so happy for you. I will support you with anything. And these are the people you want to develop this connection with and keep this for your lifetime when you're going through good and bad, because they're going to be there and support you no matter what. And another thing you can ask yourself to kind of differentiate again is, when you're done seeing them, are you drained? Are you refilled? Do you feel nothing? If you're drained and you feel nothing, that's surface level. If you feel refilled, or you feel at peace, you feel like you've gotten an internet hug, this is a soul connection. That's soul deep, girl. Keep this group of people. Keep these people in your life that make you feel better, that make you feel heard, that make you feel seen. And another thing that's hard too in your 20s is making friends. It's so hard to make friends, I know, but you have to stop being the person to wait for the invite or wait to say the first thing. You have to be straightforward. You have to take initiative as well to make these connections, or it's going to strictly be surface level. If they're the one always walking by and saying hey, and you're just saying hey, it's going to stay surface level. But maybe if You talk with somebody and then you say, I really enjoyed talking with you today. Do you want to do blah, 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 XYZ? Or I really enjoyed spending time with you. Make this person feel seen, make them feel heard, and you can develop this connection. Develop it into something more. If you feel like you don't have friends in your life who are at this soul level, let them in. Make them feel like they're important to you. If they don't show the same or reciprocate it, that's a whole different story. But you can't begin to form these until you interact with people around you. It's hard. It's hard making friends because you don't have, a class you're going to every day or the same hometown you live in, and it's just literally random people, but you have to take initiative and you have to put yourself out there. It doesn't have to be for a romantic relationship either. Put yourself out there for friends. You see somebody, you're working out next to somebody in the gym, ask them how their day is. It doesn't always have to be something creepy, just ask them. And if they say no or if they blow you off, then you know. But at least you knew you took initiative. If you see somebody in the grocery store and you like their style or you like them, say something. Say something. It's not embarrassing and it's not stupid to just interact with people, interact with humans, and see where it takes you. You'll never know if you don't have initiative. Stop being lazy. Stop complaining that you're at home and you don't have any friends and nobody likes you and nobody loves you and you're sitting at home not taking initiative and you're letting yourself be alone. Stop doing that. And when we're talking about maintaining these friendships, you have to understand people's boundaries, people's wants, people's needs. That's the whole point of them being a soul connection, is that you understand these things. Maybe somebody's boundaries, they don't want to talk about their relationship. You have to understand that. You can't beg to get that information out of them or beg them to talk about it. You have to respect their boundary. Maybe they don't want to talk about the child they lost. That's their boundary. You have to let them have that space. And if you're giving them that safe space, then they're going to see that and they're going to think higher and think more of you, that you're letting them be quiet. You're letting them, set this boundary and you're respecting it. That makes you the better friend. That makes you a good person. Also, therapy and journaling, it's hard to really know how you're treating people, and it's hard to know how people feel about you if you're not really receptive. Going to therapy, doing journaling, just reflecting on how, people are interacting with you can really help you reflect on these relationships and figure out what's going on and figuring out what you're doing. Another thing with this, if you're not reflecting to yourself with your friendships, or you feel some sort of, maybe I should check up on them more, or maybe I'm not the best friend. If you're not having some sort of reflection, then it's not a soul deep connection. You wouldn't care because it's surface level. I am constantly thinking with every single one of my friends, am I doing the right thing? Am I reaching out enough? Am I talking enough? And it's not necessarily a bad thing or a nervous thing. It's just, I want to make sure these people in my life feel important because they matter to me. And they give me the safe space to kind of be quiet and have those times where I'm not checking up all the time and I'm just doing me. I have so much going on. It's hard sometimes to catch up with your friends. It's hard to make them feel seen. But all of my soul deep connections, they allow you that time and they allow you that space. And it's not something used against you in an argument or used against you in the future. It's just, we're vibing, we're living. And that's the biggest thing. You have to evaluate and see how you're treating these people. If you don't care, you don't care. That's surface friend. It's okay. But if it's soul deep, you should always constantly be reflecting and thinking, is this person being seen? Is this person being heard? Am I letting them know how important they are to me in the way that they accept it? Doesn't necessarily have to be a love language kind of thing, but it kind of can. I don't know if you guys have heard about the 5 love languages, but maybe I like giving gifts. I might not talk all the time, but I'm sending them something, or I'm doing something for them. I'm doing an act of service. I'm giving them affirmation. I'm giving them compliments. If you care about this person, you're going to know how they show love, and then they're going to know how you show love. So you both know that you're both being loved. It's not, she can comment under my post, or she can text me that I looked really good, or she can do this, but she can't say she loved me. You have to realize how you are. You have to understand that person. And the whole effort of understanding that person is it being a soul deep connection. But just reflecting on the soul deep connections I have in my life, I'm really grateful for the people I have around me that I can break down, that I can have happy moments with, that I can have this deep connection with. And I see myself, being with them in the future and keeping this connection because it really matters. And I make it important to me for it to matter and for these people to feel like it matters. And that's the most important part, because when you grow up and there's no sense of commitment anymore, you have to make sure these people feel a sense of commitment from you. It's not you're in the same class anymore, you go to the same job. It's I want this person in my life and I want them to feel important to me, and that makes it the better friendship. And if it's not that deep level, you gotta let them know. You gotta let yourself know that it's surface level, and it's strictly we say hi on Sundays. It's just surface level, and you don't have to get your feelings hurt about it if they're not giving you that same sort of energy. Just take a moment and reevaluate your circle. And it doesn't have to be with hate or with guilt or you're cutting all these people off. Just with love. Just reflect and, see where you stand and see where they stand. And it doesn't have to be something with drama. It doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be anything. It can just be two people living life, growing and learning. And that's what life is. But anyways, I hope we had some clarity and cleared some things up here. And I hope you guys kind of reflect and see where you are. See where your friends are. See where you are with your friends. And kind of just reflect and take some time. Make the people in your life that are important to you feel important. Send them a message. Check up on them. Give them a call. If you feel like they're this sort of connection, this deep connection with you, let them know. Let them know you love them. Life is so short. Really take the time to let these people around you that are important to you, let them know that they're important. Don't let these people go around thinking they're surface level when you really care about them. And don't let these people who are surface level think that they're deep to you. Nobody deserves that. Just be real. Be real and let them know. I want you guys to really reflect this week. Think about it. Just separate what group is in who. Tell somebody you love them this week. I hope you guys have a great week. Go out and enjoy the warm weather while it's here. We're going to take a break next week. We won't see you guys next week. Lindsay's doing a cross-state move. She's got a lot going on. So we're just going to take a little break, take a little breather. That gives you more time for you guys to reflect. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and we love you guys so much. So much. Love y'all twins. Bye.